for today's cup of coffee with Scream. Oh, God. It's one of those that if I knew some other way or other time to record, it would be pointless. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and record. Just no. So it ended up, that we record the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's uploaded or released to the public or whatever at about on YouTube and Rumble. It's 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I do wish that BitChute would finally get that to where that it would just be published at a scheduled time. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
So it's after our day has already been, and this one was.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah, had to go out because this was going to be the day this week as far as getting to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're recording this on, it is February the 18th, 2025. It's a Tuesday, I think. Yes, it is a Tuesday.
Yeah, I missed my therapy today.
I didn't cause that.
Did I blame you?
Sometimes it's like, oh, I missed. And I'm like,
I told you I didn't notice what time it was.
They have
I didn't blame you. That's my responsibility.
Yes.
I'm a 25-year-old adult that can fucking be responsible for my own shit.
He will soon be 26.
Oh, God. And then I'll be 27. 27 club.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of us that live through that, So don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too hard. But, so, I had to go out because we're supposed to get snow tomorrow and all that. And my God, it's going to be cold for a couple more days and it's going to warm up. That's pretty typical for this time of year in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And people lose their minds. I don't know if it's become genetic.
I think so, and I think that they have passed it down.
Oh.
They've passed that fear down. And it's like they get a whiff of snow. Just a whiff. Yeah. They see, possible snow. And then they panic. And then it doesn't even last 2 hours.
And this thing about the milk and the bread. I've never understood that.
That's a weird recipe to make you sick.
It's
milk and bread together like that.
Weird. I mean, basically, yes, we needed to get it done today because we have to usually do a weekly shopping run because we have cats. Oh, yeah. God, do we have cats?
We need to do something with these cats.
And the special cat food. The Wildlife Mart did not have it, nor did the City of Food, which was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't even think to look at Food Lion because I thought, okay, I'll just wait and get this at the City of Food.
I don't know if they had it, but,
I didn't even look.
I don't know. We got some fucking cat food that looks like it came straight it looks like someone took a web page from the 90s and then slapped it right onto that bag.
It's incredible. It truly. We don't know if they're going to eat the damn stuff or not, but the bag was worth it.
It's that chaotic pictures everywhere.
If you've ever seen Dr. Bronner's Castile soap or other products.
Yeah. It's like that, but with images.
We will
and
take
text.
Pictures. We will take pictures. But it'll take a while because there is so much
what
there.
If it's a local brand?
It's very easy to be overwhelmed by the imagery.
What if it's a local brand? Because that I've only seen it in that store.
No, it's not a local brand because I think, as far as I know, it said something that it was manufactured in California. So, crackhead energy? I don't know. Kitty crack? It could be a thing.
I think it's already a thing because they got marijuana.
Yeah, well, they got the catnip too.
Yeah.
But that was interesting. But going through...
It's different than the Nini crack.
The Wall of Mard, and everybody irritable.
You could feel it.
Yeah.
It's...
And it's like, I would try to go down an aisle. This is a frequent event for me. I would go down an aisle, and then I'll be looking at something, and then there's somebody that just... And I'm surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, I'm surrounded. And that triggers my PTSD.
And every time you want to go down an aisle, there's about 15 people in that one aisle.
Uh-huh.
And you can't get through. And then people continue to pile in.
Yeah. Now, if worse comes to worse, would my chubby ass climb that shelving? You better believe it.
Oh, God. Mama's broke loose. Mama's got mad. She's off the tandem.
Absolutely. I'd be swinging off that tandem like a chimpanzee. Uh-huh.
Dancing on top of the tandem.
And it's
my God.
Some of the... What was weird?
Don't jump into the ball thing. What is...
No. I'd be flinging the things at people. It's like somebody will have the aisle blocked, and they're like, okay, evasive maneuvers. Let's go down one of these other aisles. And it's like, and by shit, they will be there.
Yeah.
It's like this. I don't know if it's the universe sitting there going, ha ha, we're going to piss on your post toasties today.
And we don't know. I don't know how the fuck this happens personally, but it's like we don't even follow people into Walmart. They follow us.
Yes.
Or we just somehow run into them. We
Yes.
don't even talk to them.
Right.
And then we go to a completely separate store and they're there.
Yes.
And then we saw the midget.
Oh, God.
And I had to do a double
lives.
take.
She lives.
I had to do a double
It had been
take.
a while since we had seen her, so apparently all is well in her world.
But it's like I'm looking forward and I just see small person walk by, head down, just walk.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was the midget.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
It was her. It was her.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's not a pleasant person.
Well,
She is.
we don't know that.
Oh, yes, I do. If it's the same one, I think I knew her while I was working in radio.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What is she like?
She's not a pleasant person.
I've never talked to her, so.
Well, don't start. Don't start.
I mean, if you were a midget that size and you were the only one in town, wouldn't you be a little annoyed?
Oh, hell no. I would play that up. Are you kidding? I would have shoes. I would have a hat. I would have one of them fly swatter things.
She could dress up as a gnome.
You know, if that is my lot in life, then I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to let them rent me out for parties. Not tossing. Not tossing.
No, don't toss them. She could dress like some of those people from Willow.
Yes.
All the time.
And just be joyful. Be the face of joy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can't reach something that's just 2 foot above you, you know, I would be kind of pissed off at that.
Well, you can get those extendo grabby
Having
things.
to carry that around and then people snatching it.
Oh, no.
Don't you grab my stick!
Oh,
my stick!
God. I mean, you know.
Like, literally, she could have a stick. Her stick would be better than bacon.
That's true. But it was so funny because after getting so escalated, and I told Kit, and this was after the cat food aisle, because you will have some of the most bizarre people in the cat food aisle, and it wasn't old women today, it was old men. And by shit, I thought he was going to run me down.
Yeah.
And pull right in. I had been waiting patiently for this other guy that was half-assed across the aisle that he couldn't. There were not that many selections. Pick a color, put the bag in your cart, and keep rolling.
But
it's
he's like
not
us.
hard.
He was probably having the same issues, like, shit, my food's not here.
No.
The cat's food's not here, so I'm going to have to find a
No.
backup.
He was looking at those big bags. It wasn't the specialty stuff. It was those
There's
big
about
bags.
3.
Yeah, there's about 3 brands.
And, yeah.
And
There's
then,
Kit Caboodle. There is
Meow Mix.
Meow Mix, and whatever the fuck that other one
I,
is.
I don't know. And it's probably all made by the same thing, and it all
yeah.
has the same badness in it.
It balds the cat's
That's
ass.
why I never buy all the cats are itchy. They have food allergies.
Yeah. That's poor Voodoo. She balding. She balding.
We're doing the best we can on it. We really are.
We are.
But that other old man, and he just starts, and he's
barreling through
cans of. And so after surviving that, I told Kid, I said, I'm going to go one of these aisles and just a minute. I said, I need to collect myself. And then all of a sudden, we hear this noise. This squeak.
Yeah.
This. Yeah. One of those dog toys. And so it's like.
I think it was a pig or something.
Yeah, it
like
sounded
that.
like a pig. And it's one of those, if I had thought about it, I would have said it much louder. I said, that is the sound of my soul.
And it got loud. And there was at one point that it was an extended play.
Yeah. Yeah. We should have bought it. We really should have. And
We should have recorded
the gentleman,
it.
Yeah, the gentleman who was making the sounds, very tall, lanky, slender man, and so he was in the food line, and I'm like, oh look, it's the pig man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They follow us into other stores somehow.
I mean,
or maybe we're just on the default route at this point, and that's what everyone else is on.
That's what it is. Everybody just makes the loop. Just making the loop. And then going in the...
I'll break that loop.
The city of food. God, that was... When you have small children... And you have people who do not know how to properly parent. Is that the child's fault or is that the parent's fault?
Right.
Is it a combination of both?
Child was sitting on the bottom of the buggy, as children want to do.
Yes.
And she got something happened.
Rolled over her fingers, I think is what it was.
That happens to almost every single child that rides on those things. Sure. That's like those fucking scooter boards at school. It's inevitable you're going to get your finger smashed in those. And she's bitching that child out, being like, I told you not to do that. I told you.
The parent made a horrible scene.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not the child's fault.
No.
It's like...
Everybody learns.
And the child, like her other daughter is like, is going like, it's okay. And the parent's like, it's not okay. And it's like, would you shut the fuck up and actually calm, like, seriously.
And so
it's okay. Comfort that child and be like, it's okay. We've all done it.
Kid and I, we're looking at each other. We're looking at the cashier. He's looking at us. We're trying to just act like we don't see it, hear it, nothing.
And it makes it worse for them.
Oh, God.
It makes it worse because it's like, why is no one looking at me? I'm going to be louder.
Oh, no. Because if they get too loud, they'll call CPS. That is one thing about that.
That's how some, yeah.
It was just...
Karen's.
I just wanted to come home. That was it. Anytime I go out of the house anymore since the world went all to shit, my main objective is not necessarily getting cigarettes, coffee, and cat food. It is just survival. And that's the prayer. It's like, Lord, please let me survive. Please don't let me get an assault charge. Please put a guard at my mouth.
Yeah.
And so when Kid and I, we usually amuse each other. We will laugh at the situation. And there are times that it's, like I said, it's that Leo thing that to try to amuse somebody else in passing.
Well, it's also to try to keep ourselves from imploding. So
we've got that at some point with random things heard from the front porch. We need to do random things heard while going through stores.
If you're our neighbor, you will hear the most weird, off the wall, random conversations, or you will catch one word out of context completely.
oddly misshapen heads.
There was something else that you yelled the other day, and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's a matter of trying to amuse yourself.
The door will open. It's like, motherfucker.
Well,
that's common around here, but
it's not always that amusing. That is just a stress relief, and it's not that I'm ever calling him that. It's just a
it's the cats.
General. Yeah, the cats. I will cuss the cats. They deserve being cussed, especially when they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. But
Kisco will do this thing where he just bolts, and he will bolt under.
Yeah, he's
like,
dangerous.
and in between people's legs. For some reason, it's like he won't go around. He insists on going between or under the legs.
Yeah, I mean, it truly is. He is a trip hazard. And if he ever does cause me the fire, we will have to do something.
He's not just a trip hazard. He's a hazard in general. He's not a graceful cat.
No, that's a myth. It is a myth that cats will land on their feet. Nope. We've debunked that.
But also, if he jumps off of something, you better not have your hand wherever he could jump and land on, because he will claw the shit out of you.
Yeah, he'll try to catch himself.
And he wants to cuddle, and he will inevitably claw the shit out of you, because he will do the digging. And he will latch his claws into your neck.
And this is what happens when you have a domesticated feral.
Yeah.
And that includes some humans. But no, we do try to amuse ourselves, since the irritability of everybody, and it's got to be the weather. Everybody is so over the weather. We had a nice week, and then we had all this flooding and stuff, and then we're going to have days where it's supposed to get down to like 10 one night. Just over it.
Yeah.
And everything that's being uncovered, everybody's that anger, and these people, you cannot tell these people to not be angry, because they have every right to be angry. I've known about this shit for years.
And it still makes you angry.
What makes me angry is not what's being uncovered, but the fact that I want to see people frog walked.
Yeah.
Other people want to see these people taken out in handcuffs. And rightfully so.
There's so many people I want to see charged with treason right now.
Yeah.
I want Fauci in jail, in prison.
Well, there's more to be. Like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg, not even the teeny top tip. It's crazy. And it's just like Trump had posted, or no, it wasn't him, it was the White House on X had posted in big letters something about nobody's ready for what's coming. And I'm like, that's really ominous. Yeah, let's don't.
It's like, what, you want to put us in a mass panic?
Well, I don't think that was intentional. And it's, they're throwing around the idea of getting rid of income tax.
Oh, good, because that's theft anyway.
It is. Any kind of taxation is theft. There's a lot of people that are calling for for property taxes and all this other stuff to be done away with. Yes, because taxation is theft. If you buy something and you have to pay taxes on it for the rest of your life, and if you can't pay the taxes that's already been taxed for the rest of your life, the government comes and takes it away. That's fucking wrong. That's theft. And that there are some people that want to fight to keep that system. And I'm like, dude, you a special kind of stupid.
Money.
No, I mean, there are people that, if they want to pay income tax, if they want to pay and continue to pay into these proven horrific programs, a fool and their money is soon parted. They can do that, but don't do that with the money of other people. It's not yours. No. And this little infant that we've got as the picture, that's what a majority of these people act like.
The woke.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It is that immature, infantile mentality. Now, these people, I don't know what's wrong with them. I think some of it was poor parenting. I think some of it is that they never were told no proper discipline. They've never actually gone through hardship. I'm sorry, getting 4 nugs instead of 5 is not hardship.
No, that's something that's just like, oh, man, I was gypped. Okay, whatever. I'm happy that I still got some at least.
Now, let me tell you, what we've gone through on some of this stuff, no. You don't. You sit there and it wasn't one of these, oh, what is that? It's like, look, it's food.
Right.
If you hungry enough, you'll eat it. And
now,
honestly,
I will admit, I will get so, like, the frustration from everything, just knowing all the bad shit that's going on in the world,
mm-hmm.
and also having, like, sensory issues and stuff like that. I will certainly cry and stuff like that. But when I cry, it's not mainly just due to one thing. It's a lot of things compiling.
Sure.
And it's mainly that, Lord, fix it.
It's a feeling of helplessness, and
that's
also
exactly what it
impatience.
is. It feels. It's a very vulnerable feeling,
mm-hmm.
and it's that. Seriously, if you having that shit and how deeply we have been betrayed as citizens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's breaking a lot of people right now.
That it hurts, and when you can feel it and you can't really necessarily turn it off,
right?
Like you can feel other people's emotions, all that, like that hurts.
Well, that's where you, as far as the Epsom salts baths and stuff like that, because being an empath during this period of time is a challenge.
But remember me telling you, there will be times that I draw a bath
mm-hmm.
or whatever, even with Epsom salts and all that, and it's almost like a repulsion in a way.
That's interesting.
It's like a hesitation, like I really don't want to get in it.
Well, I think that could be that there's a lack of balance going on with you, and I've told you that for a while. But it's a matter of trying to find that, allowing other people to have their problems and their meltdowns. You don't have to. It's not your responsibility to play into somebody else's psychoses.
No, I just hate the fact that so many people have gotten hurt needlessly.
Yeah.
And how long,
Sure.
that this stuff has been going on for. Longer than they're telling.
Well, it's like this. The fallen angels have been cast down amongst us since about at least 6,000 years.
Yeah.
So this stuff has been going on in various and sundry form 6,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not new. It just takes different faces.
Well, that's why I'm just like, God, just wipe out evil entirely. Just wipe it out.
The thing is, it's a matter of free will. And if everything was perfect, and if there was no temptation, if people did not have the ability to sin, are they really making a choice?
That's the thing.
Yeah. But as far as some of the young ones, not the cool British show, The Young Ones, which was great. I appreciated that show very much. But some of these kids and I have heard this so many years from millennials, from the Gen Z folks and stuff like that. Those of us that were older, and it was called paying your dues. You did not get hired at a company or whatever and expect to automatically go into management a day and a half later. No, because there were other people that had been there longer. It was a matter of seniority. It was a matter of other people knew the skills better than you did.
Mm-hmm.
It's always seemed really stupid to me just because somebody has a piece of paper to put them in a leadership position. We are seeing how stupid that way of doing things has been.
Yeah. I briefly worked with a girl one time that she's like, I applied to be a cashier. Why are y'all not letting me be the cashier? And it's like, even though I applied to be a cashier when I first started working there too, I was not immediately put onto the role of cashier because I had to work my way up to that position.
Yes, because
I had to learn the rest of the shit first to understand everything.
Yes. But it's that type of mentality. And it's almost like, oh, that I'm better than you because I grew up with computers. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, she ended up quitting like a week after.
Of course she did. Because I lived in the world prior to the computers.
Mm-hmm.
I could live in a world if there were no more computers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, as far as going and getting a piece of paper, I have pieces of paper. It don't mean shit.
Yeah.
I would rather, if you've got somebody that knows, that has actual practical knowledge of doing something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I appreciate.
Yeah. In my opinion, practical knowledge is more valuable than theory.
Yeah. And I will tell you that Mike Rowe has the guy from Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
Love him. Mm-hmm. He is a brilliant man. I mean, he's an honorable man. And he's got some kind of scholarship thing that he does. And over on X, that people could apply and to teach practical job skills. Carpentry, plumbing, different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That we need people to do that. We've urged people a lot as far as college, not right now. Mm-hmm. Till they figure this shit out, and it's going to take a while. You get rid of the communist professors and stuff like that, there is no way in hell that I would send a kid to college right now.
No.
But as far as trade school or some other kind of skilled laborer, skilled craftsman, oh yeah. Those are needed. And some of those things that people they can name their price. They can create their own company, their own business.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can deal with whining and crying. Those type of people do not do this infantile type of shit. They ain't got time for it.
No, they actually got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm. As far as these people that literally were not, and every parent that paid into these universities and stuff, first of all, either they agreed with this stuff or tolerated it or whatever, but I would be suing somebody's ass.
Yeah, literally.
Big time. They didn't teach these kids anything to prepare them for real life.
Right.
When you've got cry closets and binkies and blankets and all this stuff, let me tell you something. We had that type of, well, not the binkies. We had some of that stuff when I worked at the youth center. That, like I said, we had mentally ill kids.
Yeah.
And when they're using the same methods in college, there's a severe problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's also a problem when you're overcharging for a thing of Crayola chalk.
Oh, well, bookstores were just... When I was in college 150 years ago, there was no option. There was no Amazon. There was none of these things.
No,
the bookstore was all you had. And so they had the market cornered.
Yeah, but now you can go to Walmart or Target and get a thing of same pack of Crayola chalk for 99 cents. And then you go to the college store and it's like $11.99.
Yes. And anybody who does not have enough sense to price compare and shop around for some of these things, again, with the fool on their money, soon parted.
Yeah.
And you've got some parents that have more money than sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all these... They're doing it to the destruction of their children.
Mm-hmm. But literally now, college is fucking useless.
Yeah.
When we have the literal library of Alexandria at our fingertips at all times.
Yes. That you can ask Grok.
Uh-huh.
Now, Grok or whichever AI program, that I haven't used any of the other ones, they will sit there and they will say, I am not a substitute. They've got the legal disclaimer.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, people go to college just for an art degree. YouTube. I have learned more than YouTube.
Yes.
Through YouTube.
Absolutely. What happens as far as kids in college with art, it does more damage to them.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
But also, and this is just a rant as far as the art community that's online right now, they themselves, a good portion of them, is killing creativity. Because they want to bitch at other people saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, oh, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, just as much as those fucking professors are doing.
Again, it's the infantile.
And then it's like, when people actually show their real art with skill, they're like, AI, you used AI. And it's like, no, they drew this from scratch.
There was a gentleman that recently...
And even if you give them proof, they will still double down.
Let me tell you something. Again, with the mental problems, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. But over on X, there is a Japanese artist, and that he does, it's a Japanese, what's the word I'm looking for? It's done in Japanese style of Trump and J.D. Vance and stuff like that. Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Just phenomenal.
Because he does it in a traditional Japanese style, and it looks so good.
Yes. And it's like, he had posted something, I don't know how, that it really made the rounds. I think it was just that everybody's like, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so, sharing it, and he gained like, I don't know, maybe like 10,000 subscribers or followers or whatever the hell they call it over there overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sort of floored, you know? And it's just like, he's like, oh, these MAGA people, they want to tell me I'm wonderful and love me. And it was just as far as making fun of some of the things that some of the other people have said.
Yeah.
It's an inversion of reality.
It is.
Of what we're experiencing.
With the woke stuff, that is a complete inversion of reality.
Yeah. So I have no clue what's coming, but for the next week, Lord willing, I have smokes, I have coffee, we have cat food. I'm good.
Listen,
and
how much
if
more
worse came to
frustration?
worse, we could eat spoonfuls of relish. We have both dill and sugar-free sweet ones.
We got way more than that.
Yeah, we have food.
We have stuff in the back of the cabinet that we have not seen in a while, so we could dig that out.
Yes, because your mama does prep. If she finds something on sale, she stocks up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how I've always had to do. I don't know any other way. For some of these people that's like, oh, well, I bought groceries and I'll have to go out and run down to the corner store. That ain't how it is here in the mountains.
No. You gotta think this stuff through.
You truly do. But
I think that's remnants of also Great Depression and
absolutely.
Just other stuff like that.
Absolutely, but it's just winter.
Yeah.
Because
winters get rough around here.
Yes, this is one of the worst winters we've had in quite a while, and it just, I was glad that I had inherited those genes to sit there and go, oh, we got this coming in, a possibility of that coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
And those of us that are older, we just pay attention to different things.
Yeah.
So, irritability. Do you need a binky? Do you need a binky?
I'll take one. I want it bedazzled.
The cigarettes probably adult binky and stuff.
No, that's exactly what they are. And vapes.
Yeah.
Vapes and cigarettes, they're the adult binkies.
Yeah. It's all paranormal. It's all supernatural. And it's not going to get it. Yeah. Welcome to the new norm. The new abnorm. Welcome to the new world. You want to tell them where we can be found?
Age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda, COCWS. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good.
Yeah. And I had to get out of my routine. I'm to age, I like routine. I like routine. It's my friend. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Bye.